my first question is for Bisping. Freddie Roach has suggested that GSP's been starting slow in the first round. Do you agree with that as a general? And are you looking to put it on GSP early?
I mean, honestly, I haven't watched that much tape of George, and whether he starts fast, starts slow, it doesn't matter. I'm going to fight the way I fight, and you know, I finish a lot of my fights, and I'm going to look to finish this one, and you know, you don't get any prize, any extra money for overtime. So as quick as I can get him out of there, the better, So yeah, as soon as that referee says fight, Big John, Mark Goddard, Herb Dean, whoever it is, when he says fight, I'm going at the son of a bitch. Believe you me.
Now, there was a report of an altercation at a 24-hour fitness and a suit being put against you. Is this accurate?
Here we go.
If so, is it going to distract you from focusing on the fight?
No, it is completely inaccurate or inaccurate. It is not factual. So, I mean, of course, he's filed papers. I haven't actually received any notification. I haven't been served or anything, but I've heard about this. But, no distraction here, mate. Honestly, it's I'm not losing any sleep over it whatsoever.
All right. This question is for GSP. Bisping suggested that your game plan is predicated on working your takedowns. If you are unable to take Bisping down early, do you feel you can win a kickboxing match with him?
I'm going to win a kickboxing match with him, and I'm going to put him down when I want to put him down, whenever I want to put him down. And it's going to happen.
There we go.
Say it. There we go.
There's the talk. There it is, George.
Yes.
George, I hear you super slow, man. Hey, remember, I live in Orange County. You came down to Orange County and did some karate training recently and got your ass served, and everyone talks about how slow you were, right? That sounds familiar?
I will too.
Yeah, you were slow, buddy. I got my little spies, George.
Yeah.
I got my little spies. You ain't shit, pal. When you can't take me down, you're fucked.
So,
yeah.
My last question, George, you definitely have gained some mass. Do you feel that is going to hurt your cardio, and do you feel that it's going to make you slower?
I'm actually, I feel more powerful than ever at this match. I feel I have more muscle and I'm leaner. I eat way more healthy than before, and it makes a big difference, I never eat like this before. I never had a program. I was always eating whatever I want. And it changed my body a little bit, and it made me feel better inside. It makes you feel better. So you recuperate better, and you sleep better, and it's all good. It's all positive. I can't wait to show him.
Yeah.
I can't wait to.
Yeah, but all it takes extra oxygen, George. You're going to be blowing out your ass at the end of the third round, thinking, "Fuck, I wish I was 20 pounds lighter." All those extra calories you took off that fat little head you got, that little roll fat.
You see the problem with Michael Bisping?
The
problem with Michael Bisping is, in every interview he does, he's begging me to stand and bang with him. But because that's the only way he can win. And even there, it's not guaranteed that it's not guaranteed he's not gonna win. So he's begging me because he's terrified that I put him down and I punch him in the face. What I want to do, and I break him down.
Oh wow.
Thank you so much.
You heard here, something scary about it.
Hey guys, first question for the champ, Michael Bisping. Mike, you mentioned, you're not really thinking the UFC's playing favorites in this thing, but this is obviously a big moment for you. You wanted this fight, and this is a big moment for you, but it seems like a lot of the promotion has been centered around GSP. They created a website for him, gspreturns.com, some of the posters, things like that. I mean, does any of that bother you, considering you are the incumbent champion? You are the guy, defending his belt on this card.
No, it doesn't bother me in the slightest. See, here's the thing, Damon. They need to do a website, gspreturns.com, because he's been hiding in the shadows trying to grow a pair to fucking step back into the octagon and fight. I've been out here taking on the best of the best in the world, juiced up or not juiced up, the whole time. I've gone fucking nowhere. So they need to tell everyone. They need to tell all the Mounties up in Canada that George is back. They've got to tell all the bloody poutine eaters in Montreal that George is back. They've got to let the world know. Me, same day, same place. Catch me in the octagon.
For you, Mike, in the lead up to the fight, George has talked a lot about, being aggressive, going for the finish. And it seemed like a lot of that style that he had before, kind of changed after the loss to Matt Serra, where he did kind of go to more of a wrestling-heavy style in his attacks with his fights. Do you believe him when he says he's actually going to come out there and, gun for the finish in this fight?
No, I'll guarantee you, I see more aggression out of my wife when it's Christmas shopping than what we'll see out of George in Madison Square Garden. He's going to fight the same way he always fights. Listen, he's saying he's reinvented the wheel and he's going to do something different. But here's the fact, and George knows this. When you're under pressure, you fight the way you fight. You go back to your comfort zone. You go back to the things you like to do. And he's going to look to take me down. And that's granted. That's within the skill set. That's within the rules. It is mixed martial arts. It's not a boxing contest. It's not kickboxing. So God bless him. Try it. Good luck. And I'll be ready, but he fights the way he fights. And most of the people that he's beaten are all lightweights or featherweights. All right, there's a couple of solid welterweights on there like Carlos Condit and people like that. But he hasn't fought anyone with my size, anyone with my well-roundedness. Like Jake Shields, straight-up grappler. Some people just, Carlos Condit, straight-up striker. Nick Diaz, he's got no wrestling whatsoever, so he couldn't stop the takedowns. I can stop the takedowns. To say I'm terrified is laughable. It's hilarious. I didn't know George was such a comedian. So, yeah, we're going to see George wrestle. We all know it.
And in the lead up to the fight, Mike, you're no stranger to a little bit of trash talk. You like to get in under your opponent's skin, so to speak. You've had those moments with George. We saw that after the press conference. You kind of had a little bit of a backstage altercation. But you're good at reading people. Do you truly believe that you've just gotten under his skin? That may play a factor in this fight?
I've definitely got under his skin. Listen, here's the fact of the matter, right? I like George. George is a great guy. George is a fantastic ambassador for mixed martial arts. I've got nothing negative to say about him other than the fact we're going to fight, right? So he's going to try and knock me out or choke me out or whatever it may be in front of the world. So right now, he's my enemy, all right? Once this is done, I like George. I respect him, but all's fair in love and war. So, he's going to try and beat me up. So fuck it. I'm starting on him now. I'm starting the verbal onslaught. I'm starting the attack. As I said, when it's all done, it's over. But, I'm definitely getting at him 100%. I can tell. See, when George gets pissed off, he sticks his tongue into his lips, into his cheek, and you can see it. And that's what I said. I didn't touch him. I pointed. I said, there's the tongue. And when I did that, he flicked me in the face. So that's why afterwards, keep your fucking hands to yourself, pal. But it's all good. The fight's almost upon us.
Awesome. And a question for George. So few fighters in this sport actually walk away on top and actually leave off a win or off with the championship and things like that. And you did that. You left as the, 9-time defending welterweight champion. Do you feel like you have something to prove, coming back? Was that any part of it, after 4 years away that you had something to prove with a fight like this?
I don't really have something to prove. I do it because I want to live my life to the fullest. Why would I would not want to come back? Fighting Michael Bisping for the title in the Madison Square Garden, this mythical place, I would be fooled to not take this opportunity. A lot of people will want to be in my shoes and they are not, and have an opportunity. Something I'm gonna do that I'm gonna have a memory and that I'm gonna cherish for the rest of my life. Just think about it. I think I'm very privileged to be in this position, and I do it to live my life. That's why I do it, and I'm gonna make it story.
And George, when you were in the UFC before, when everyone always used to ask you about the Anderson Silva fight, you always made it a point to say if you ever went up to middleweight, it was going to have to be a real dramatic change for you because adding on that extra muscle and extra weight would, probably prevent you from fighting at welterweight for quite some time. How has the weight gain been for you, and did it kind of go the way you expected? Like, do you believe now you are a true middleweight, and going back to welterweight would probably be a tough thing for you?
I could go back welterweight, but the thing is, it took me a long time to prepare myself to get this fight at 185. It took me a few months to add muscle mass on me because